Hello everyone, I'm Parag here. Today is our first session on Stress Buster. Just to briefly introduce, I've been involved into the world of stress management, yoga, mindfulness, corporate training, and have used a lot of these concepts which are on behavioral science during my corporate life. Well, it has helped me a lot, and at times worked for me, and sometimes I did not work for it. So it was mixed experience, but I would rate 9 out of 10 living 1% because any theories created by humans is not perfect and any theories absorbed by humans are not perfect. But we continuously learn these theories, apply these theories, absorb these theories, apply this further in our life and see how better humans we can become. The objective of this session, Stress Buster session, is only and only to help us become better in using our relationship for our benefit and being of benefit to our relationships. We all yearn that. And why we want relationships? Because humans are social animals. They cannot stay without a fellow human or a fellow animal. Be it anyone they are with, be it at home, be it at office place, be it at friend circle, be it alone by themselves, they cannot ever stop thinking and wondering with the idea to connect with other humans. And when it comes to connecting with other humans, certainly it goes through its own phases of development and integration, and also to ensure that this relationship also builds up further and sustains for a long time. Well, there is a nice saying that if by alone you are going to remain stressful, it's better be go and sit with a madman or go and sit with any silly man. At least you will get out with the stress. So at the end of the day, stress is certainly we all have it. We will certainly all face it, but how we are going to handle it, that is what is more important. Now, this session is all about that. The 1 year session, it seems very long, but it is not. And plus, this session is all about helping you to become better in managing your stress using science of transaction analysis, happiness, mindfulness, even emotional intelligence, neuro linguistic programming, and yoga, the least to mention. So, why this? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing webinar? Why am I not doing workshops? Why am I not inviting you to attend workshops? Well, certainly, I have my next goal to conduct workshops on these topics, and certainly, I'm going to invite many people for this. But and I want as many people to know about this because this is the amazing science. This is an amazing way to handle your stress and get out of stress. Understand that webinar is just a means for me to connect with you and to help you out. If you are already into some form of training, some form of counseling, some kind of managing resources, having a family which you are living with, or somewhere you feel this science and its discussion will really help you to further unknot the knots which are there in the life. So, what do you get out of this? As I mentioned, six behavioral science, certainly, along with that big six behavioral science, what you also get to do is each behavioral science will be there for 8 weeks. So, between two sessions, certainly there will be some activity given to you, and those activities we will discuss it. Yeah, I know it's a webinar live session, so there is not much. So, only way you can share with me is either you call me up or during the live session. There is a live chat on YouTube and Facebook, which you can certainly type it down. Will I be covering a lot of depths? Just to be honest with you, I'll be giving you insights. Why am I? Because webinar certainly is a preview to what you are going to understand. And if you need a better integration with this knowledge and with this wisdom, you need to be engaged with it. Then it has to be taken a step further. So what? How are we going to do it? Certainly, YouTube is the place which I believe most of us will have a Gmail account and we are going to use it. Second is through Facebook Live. I'm avoiding other webinars from other conventional websites. They are certainly very good, but I believe this tool can be utilized and maximized for our benefit. Certainly, Skype is there, but when we have amazing uh, technology of YouTube and Facebook, why not use them? Now, going further, I've told you about what we are going to do, why we are doing it, what will you get it, um, and any questions you have, feel free to WhatsApp me, and I'll be too happy to answer you. So for now, for next the first eight session, which we are going to talk about, is in transaction analysis. But before I dwell on that, I want to talk about stress as a topic. We all know what is stress. We all know what stress does to us, and I am certainly not revealing it to you. What is something different? I'm going to talk to you about stress. But to maximize this 1 year and to maximize these eight sessions of each topic, why don't we sit with a problem which is there on hand, and let's understand how we. So let's say for me the problem on hand is getting a lot of responses on stress versus sessions and people joining it, and certainly health is also there. So I'll work on this too during my next 8 sessions with you, as well as you can also work with your problem. You can feel free to share your problem on private window if you don't want to do it on the live chat. Now, stress per se is good. It's very necessary because it's a driving force for our growth and change. Growth and change is certainly very much an imminent part of our life. If it doesn't, it's not there. So even without a growth and change, we are still under a stress. Stress is certainly comes in life when there is some motion. When I say motion, motion of what? So it's motion. Let's say take this entire body, the motion of the body, the lips, the eye movement, the brain, the the sensory perceptions of the brain, and the nerve systems of the brain. Everywhere there is whenever there is a motion, there is a level of stress being formed, because this stress actually causes a, a, a means of motion or means of moving things ahead. Be it a thought, be it emotions, be it tears, be it the flow of blood, be it even food. But then question is why we don't feel that. There are some stress we really don't feel because those stress are certainly which we can really absorb it, which we can really manage it, and we are still at company harmony, and we are still at balance with the art, and we certainly know what we are doing around us. But when we overdo things, and I still overdo things, but I have learned to bounce back. So when we overdo things, we tend to get into a level where our body and mind is not ready to support us. And for me, how do I know my body and mind is does not supporting me? Is when I'm completely at loss. I completely don't know what I'm going to do further. I'm completely feeling that there is no direction into my life and I don't feel like doing anything. So suddenly I use a few of my tools and bounce back quickly. I identify my motivating carrots and just try to avoid to stick me up, but use carrots to bounce me back. And certainly this helps me to deviate the mind and body to more healthier things in life and be more productive and active in life. So this is what is very much important. So the stress which is very much manageable, which is certainly helps us to live a very normal and harmonious, peaceful life, we call it as a use stress and certainly helps us to be productive. But there are stress which really clogs us, which really can build up anger, build up frustration, leads to unnecessary fears and anxiety, distances us from people. Certainly then that is a bad stress or we call it the distress and we need to be far away from that. Well, so far, you know what is stress, you know the distress and the use stress. You know what causes stress? Stress, actually, to be honest, It's actually caused from the time we decide to take a birth, or from the time we are in the mother's womb. Because if a mom is in a stress, the stress passes us to us also. Taking a birth itself is a stress, and surviving those first initial seconds of our life is also has its own set of stress. But certainly because we are small, fragile, we are being anticipated. So people take care of it and help us to bounce back on their own, through their own intelligence and wit. And so every culture has its own ways. But when as we grow up and as we tend to be alone, we tend to think independently. We try to identify solutions to the problem on our own. That's where we realize uh, few of us are very lucky. Few of us are not really so lucky to have around us or the right guidance to get out of it. And therefore, we take decisions based on our own intelligence, our own understanding of the situation, and move ahead and face that. So even that entire journey of making a decision, arriving at a decision itself has its own challenges for us. And just a moment, I think there's enough data out there. Okay. So there is no, so the entire journey, and even when we take a decision, there is a stress. After decision, also there is a stress. And there's a lot of hangover feeling about our stress. So our inabilities of to channelize our energies at the right time in the right proportion at different stages of making choices and making decisions and interacting with people and influencing them to, with our thoughts and emotions and decisions, or getting influenced by them, or even trusting or believing. This entire whole gamut of things will involve nothing but stress. But some aspect of it, when we are happy, friendly, it's our good friend who we have trust has been built, who has matched our expectations. We tend to take those stress in strides. But when we are getting a stress from strangers or someone who we have a grudge about, someone who has been not been really good with us, then certainly this is really a big trouble for all of us because we are actually stopping our life. You know that? We're actually stopping our life being in stress. So how do we get out of that? Because this is something very much important for us. We cannot really remain in stress always. So but we also cannot remain without stress always. So it is a paradox of life because some or the other way stress is in will thing. It's just how we are able to manage the situation, how we are able to manage our emotions during the stress is very much important for us. Uh, Now we are staying in a very beautiful country called India. I can say we are staying in that part of the planet Earth, the continent, the Asia and the Southeast Asia, which is close to us, and even the Middle East Asia, where spiritualism, religiousism is really ingrained in our system, in our life, in our blood, and therefore we use different tools of them to bounce back into the life and just go with the flow. But is that enough? Well, that is the biggest question. My journey also has started with this, and then I realized yes, there are many questions I need to answer. There are many things I really cannot get answered by others because it's their perspective. I need to have my own perspective. Also, certainly there are others who can do things better than me and can give a better thought. So that's where I started my journey to know myself better through yoga initially, then using different behavioral science, and finally with mindfulness I ended up. And now this is my entire journey between uh, uh, knowing myself through the ancient Indian religion systems to mindfulness. This is the entire gamut which is going on, and certainly I'm very happy about this part of it, which will not be, uh, which is something in my experience, and I'm very happy to share about this, which I brought into my corporate work life, corporate training programs also, and it has been successfully received. All right. Now, to take it further, what does stress do to us? I told you in general what does stress. I'll touch more upon it at a later stage. Because during every behavioral science, there will be always a reference to stress and how to manage stress, but they have their own perspective. But in short, what stress does to you, or stress ill managed, is that, as I told you earlier, stops your life, stops you, stops your mind. You may be in motion, you may be floating, but there's a huge emotional upheaval which is going inside it, and that upheaval you only have to resolve it. Nobody can resolve it. You have aroused that level of degree of stress. You only have to satiate it. You only have to only settle it. What it does to your body, it just all the muscles contract. What it does to your mind, all the blood gets sucked out. What it does to your breathing, there's a huge amount of breathing which is taking place. What it does to your thinking, there's a spiral of thoughts, same thoughts going around, negative thought processes take over, positivity just goes out of the window or gets weakened up. Your intense practices of therapeutic science just weakens out. Um, and there are some thoughts which you would never in your regular day-to-day life would bring out, just come out, just come out, and you really wonder, wow, am I carrying such kind of thoughts inside me? And this kind of thoughts is certainly which is very toxic, which you don't have any answer to yourself. Only solution left is acknowledge it. Yes, you have these thoughts. Second is either ask yourself, do you really want to build up on those thoughts? Do you really want to sustain those thoughts? Are those thoughts really helpful? And most of the time the answers are no, you don't want those thoughts. Maybe for that moment, for a moment, yes, I want those thoughts. But then you ask why you. Is there fear always lurking there? The question is this fear justified? And you realize no, the fear is not justified because the fear is coming because out of some ignorance. So those thoughts, you need to pluck it out of your mind. These thoughts you need to really work upon and give yourself. So I give myself some time and space, 1 minute, 2 minutes, a count of uh, three, count of six, count of 12, count of 18, count of 24, so on and so forth. With these counts, what I'm able to do is I'm able to calm my mind down and try to do as many things as possible in a short period of time. So for today, I will leave it over here and give you a task. Why don't you identify one area of stress? I'm not asking you many areas, only one area. It will be now also. So identify an area of stress which you like you are undergoing and which you feel this session can really help you out. And my genuine request to you is if you can tell your friends to join this excellent, beautiful webinar session, then there's nothing like it. Because no, if you two are doing the same thing, there is a awesome sharing that takes place between you two post webinar, and there's a kind of a good soulmate which forms. Learn that. Remember that I told you. Humans are social animals, they need to interact with each other, they need to build relationships, and those relationships should be sustained in a very harmonious manner. And what is the biggest obstacle for a harmony or is a stress, an unresolved stress, and uh, a gullible sense used to handle stress. One has to evolve out of that ignorance, that naivety, and learn to handle the stress in more mature manner, more win-win situation way, and give each and be more constructive and productive to oneself towards achieving one's goals, as well as in helping others in achieving their goals. I've told you, to sum it up, I've told you about stress, the use stress, de-stress, and what it does to your body and mind, as well as what we are going to do for next 1 year, where 6 topics will be covered. For every topic, there is a behavioral science, and we always touch upon this behavioral science in more constructive manner. Because friends understand that it's very easy to become stressful. Mark my words. It's very easy to become stressful. It's a lot of effort to be out of stress. A lot of effort to remain unstressed. There's a lot of effort to remain balanced. There's a lot of effort to remain calm, honest. There's a lot of effort to remain true to oneself. And the real freedom we get is by paying the price of effort. Devote your time in that effort. Get absorb those concepts inside you. Put that effort and see a beautiful outcome. What a beautiful human you turn out. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time and have a nice, beautiful evening tonight. Thanks for support and look forward for your responses, questions on private window. Thank you very much.